Hey, cheers to a lot of money this year. Rich boys.
No chaser?
No chaser needed. Man, I hope I'm in the frame, and if I'm not, I don't care. Welcome back to the mother freaking. This ain't a vlog, this is a movie. Movie alert, no, I'm just playing. This is extremely weird. I'm talking to a camera again. The boy has been AWOL, and to be honest with you, I just been chilling. Your boy got a kid now. I'm on that dad life stuff, but prior to that, I lived a very wild and lit life. So I thought I'd go ahead and share that story because I honestly learned like 10 years worth of lessons in 2 years, broke a few bones, got to travel around everywhere, experienced so many new things, made a lot of money, just like the clip said, made a lot of money. But new levels is new devils, baby. And I had to learn that the hard way. So without further ado, let's just get right into the story and start this from the top, baby. Hope you guys enjoy it. This is just my perspective, what I did, how I did it, what I learned from it, and it was worth every second. So let's just get right into the video. Enjoy. In 2019, my whole mindset changed. I went full-blown creator mode. I started understanding myself more, and I really just started identifying who I wanted to be as a person. My trading started taking off. I flipped my first account from 1,000 to 6,200. And I did it within 2 weeks in January. So with that money, me and Larry flew to California and we got content for the new merch launch, Protect Your Energy at All Costs. I started understanding within myself my energy and how I disperse it throughout the day, and if I managed it right, I could effectively apply it to certain things that I wanted to achieve. This was the start of Lord season. This trip really set the tone for me. We came back, I launched the video for the merch, we sold out of the hoodies within 24 hours. Boom, that was the start of it, right? I launched Lure Season, and when I came back home, man, I was on some whole new shit. Like I was on a whole nother level, and I had this determination that nobody was ever gonna stop me, right? So from this point, I take the next 6 months to really focus in on my trading, right? I go back through the course, shout out to Wall Street Academy. I started understanding more, right? Things that I thought I already understood, I understood it from a different perspective at this point. So now I'm taking certain things, using these tools to develop better habits, and all of a sudden I got $20,000 in capital. But from this point, I had some fucking money, and I wanted to go play. So I hit up Kobe and we went to Cancun. And from there, this shit was wild, brother. Roll the footage. Hey, listen, there's a slight chance I probably broke my toe. Ask me how, I don't know. I've been flipping back and right. Pretty sure I broke the toe.
Sometimes you gotta do it for the shot.
Okay, let's go. So we can get ready.
I'm gonna put a shirt on. I'm gonna lay on a beach. Beach.
Well, no, don't worry. Stop thinking. Start drinking. You remember this. Anything happens in Cancun, stays in Cancun.
Exactly.
Oh, my toes broke, but I don't give a fuck. It's an update. We're only 1 drink in. Yesterday we did about 20 drinks. It was all right. Oh, he just dropped his burger. Listen, If you come to Cancun, don't do that shit. Learn how to hold your burger.
Hey, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Man, this trip was intense, brother. Like, when I tell you I tested myself, I tested myself. Combined total between me and Kobe, we probably took anywhere between 30 to 50 shots. During this time, I broke my toe. On top of that, I lost Kobe for 2.5 hours. Then when I found Kobe, Kobe tried to attack me. Bro, he tried to fight me because I said, "What's up, Kobe? Happy that I finally see my bro after 2.5 hours of searching up and down the Cancun beach line, trying to find a big, buff, white guy who's raised the frick out on some shots." And that was a whole journey in itself, man. We ended up finding Kobe. Long story short, me and him drank a lot, right? And by one in the afternoon, call it 2 in the afternoon, he started kind of spazzing, right? Somebody said something and it kind of pissed him off, so he walked off, and I'm just kind of watching him from a distance. I see him at the other pool. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do my thug dizzle, because I'm just as drunk as this dude, right? I'm matching him shot for shot, bang, 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 whoop, kind of doze off. I'm in the infinity pool, big chilling, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I look up, I don't see Kobe. Now, mind you, Kobe's fiance is in the freaking villa, has no idea where Kobe's at. It was up to me. He's my sole responsibility at this point. Kobe's gone. I take the next hour looking around the resort, leaving my resort, going to the resort next to me and to the other side of me, and I don't know where Kobe's at. I'm asking the people he was chilling with, nobody knows. One of the last things he told me, "Marcus, I would never cheat on my girl, but don't let me fight this guy." And I'm like, what guy? Because I'm drunk and I'm looking around, nobody's around us, and that's when he walks off, right? Long story short, I go get his girl from the villa. She comes back. We find him. He's at a certain little area on our resort or whatever, but he's screaming and yelling. My mans, if you know Kobe, Kobe likes to rage. So he got really drunk, started yelling. I'm trying to go calm him down. I go walk to him. "What's up, Kobe?" Next thing you know, like a bull seeing red, he literally tells Evelyn, "Move out of my way," and then he just, boom, bull rushes me, bro. So at this point, in my head, I'm thinking real fast. I'm like, we're both extremely drunk. I'm either gonna have to knock this big guy out, or I could just take off running and see how far that gets him. Because if I could run, potentially I could get him back into his villa if I can get him to chase me. So that's what I did. I started walking up to Kobe, and since he wanted to fight, I started cussing at him. I'm like, "Frick you, big old fat boom, boom, boom," you know what I'm saying? Saying stuff that will trigger Kobe, right? He runs straight to me. At this point, I take off running. I am dying laughing. But all of a sudden, I'm noticing as I'm running, my left toe is hurting. I look down, that shit is black. I somehow broke my toe. I really don't recollect how it happened. I remember hitting some sort of rock when we were flipping, but overall, I have no clue how that happened, right? Long story short, we're running, Kobe's running, we get him back to the villa, he slips, busts his entire face on the floor and all types of stuff, man. Gets back in the villa, calms down. From that point, man, we went to the club. That experience alone, when I tell you I felt like my soul left my body.
Subwoofer kick test.
That place was an arena, and it cost $90 just to get into the club. That experience alone was honestly way too overstimulating, and it set the tone for my year to where every single party that I had to be a part of, it had to be held at that level of intensity. So after all that happens, right, Kobe leaves. He's only there for 5 days. I stayed for 8. Now, on like the 6th or 7th day, I ended up getting really sick. I had alcohol poisoning. I couldn't keep any food in, and I started getting like these flu-like symptoms on top of it, right? During all this, I'm just trying to get some sleep. My homie done left. I'm chilling. Boom, boom, boom. I'm taking a nap, right? In real life, my phone rings. I don't answer it. No big deal. But in my dream, my phone rang, and I answered that. But whenever I answered it, all of a sudden, my dream just went really weird on me, bro. And I've never had this experience before, and this is the whole reason why I'm making this video and sharing it, right? During that dream, I saw myself choking trying to pick up the phone to talk to my dad, but I was choking on throw up. And it's one of them dreams that like you have it and it feels so real, but you can't do nothing, you can't move, and it started messing with me. So as I'm trying to like in the dream move and like stop this or wake myself up, shit just went whoa. And bro, I'm not bullshit. I'm being shown myself in like an open viewing, and I'm dead somehow. And none of this is making sense. This is one of them dreams that's like bang, bang, bang. Nothing makes sense. Nothing adds up. But I'm collecting all this data, right? I'm in a casket. I'm dead. I'm looking at all my family and friends that I've pretty much like promised these certain things to, told them certain ideas and how we're gonna get to certain places, and all you see is disappointment I woke up from that dream, bro, and I told myself I will never take life for granted, right? And that's when shit really kicked off. So I knew trading was my forte, but I felt like I had some missing links. I kind of did more research and I bought a course called AstroFX. Shout out to the man Sean, because from that point, I went next level. After the Astro course, I started gaining a lot of capital. So from that, man, I took my dad to a Cowboys game. I bought him 50-yard line seats. Now, before I dive into that, I just want to say, if Cancun didn't happen, none of this shit would have ever happened, right? Because I was moving along with life a little too comfortable. That sign, that little dream right there of me dying and seeing everybody's face in sadness, and that did something to me. That's when Lord Marcus really became a thing. And I took it a whole nother level. And nobody was gonna stop me.
Man, this is like one of them things, man, where you have a dream about it, but you know it's never gonna happen, man. Look at what the Are you serious, man?
Yeah. Okay, go.
Oh my God, man.
There you go. There's the seats right there.
Man.
7 rows
Greatest
back.
son in the world, man. Let me tell y'all, man. Greatest son in the world.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so when I came back from this trip, man, this whole little like awakening I had put me into a new mode, right? I changed my diet. I changed the way I was sleeping. I changed what I was consuming mentally. And I just became Marcus 2.0. And I was just embodying this like higher version of myself, to where I would take these ancient teas and fast for 5 days, and I had mental clarity like I've never had before. So now, not only is everything clicking for me, I'm creating, I'm learning, I'm shaping up my diet, I'm literally cleaning everything out of me. I've become the most powerful state of Marcus that there ever was at this point. So from that, in October, I went to Dallas to meet with Sean and Nat. We had a 2-day workshop where they went into their trading styles and, you know, the psychology behind trading. But Sean, man, like, he really blew my mind during this workshop. If you know candlestick trading, you know that it's usually 2 colors, right? Well, Sean taught me that if I use one color, all black, I'm able to change my mind and the way it's thinking and the way I process these trades. So now I'm not tricking my mind between 2 sides. I'm understanding the volume in the market. Is it going up or is it going down? I'm not paying attention to colors and bullish candles or bearish candles. I'm understanding the volume and how it's flowing with price action. When I learned that, man, that right there, that was the tipping point. And this is where shit really just went. This is where it blew up, to be honest with you. Because at this point, I started becoming way too lethal. The win streaks were way too euphoric. I was getting way too into the wins. My emotions became unstable. When you're trading, you have to be robot-like. You cannot be mad, happy, or whatever. You have to accept what you did, calculate the risk, take the money, move on, do it again, repeat, repeat, repeat. Me? I started celebrating, brother. I ain't never seen money like that, especially that quick. So whenever you start making 10 bands in a month and you're able to do it again, there is not a single human being in this world that can tell you anything at this point, right? I'm unstoppable. My ego at this point has went through the fucking roof. I mean, freaking roof, brother. And this is where things just started kind of going a little sour for you, boy. I really just kind of lost myself. All those routines that I had, all these things that I kind of was doing to make sure that I stayed on track, I lost it. I built up this crazy amount of money and I started partying. I started drinking. I lost all my good habits and started developing nothing bad ones. And slowly but surely, I kept on pushing. And here's what happened. Multiple signs were shown to me to slow down. I said, frick it, brother. Let's rev this motherfricker. We're going to the moon. And listen, I tried. We flew higher than a motherfricker, brothers, but golly, did we come down crashing. Let's talk about it. I went, bought a whole bunch of clothes. I was going to the mall every single weekend, blowing $250 to $1,000 just on clothes to do photo shoots with Larry. I always say this, a random photo shoot with Larry, whoop-de-whoop-wop, bang, 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 cinematic photo, boom. That was a whole little era, right? I wanted to be known as an influencer, a YouTuber, a guy who nobody really knows where my money's coming from, but I just do lit shit. Because to be honest with you, if anybody came at me asking me how to trade and stuff like that, I would just redirect them, because at the time, my perspective was very limited. If I would have reached out to certain people and taught them, I would have expanded my knowledge. But hey, it is what it is. I was selfish, I pushed a lot of people away, and I became this new animal of Lord Marcus. And this is where the ego takes over. So, at this point, man, the photo shoots, the vlogs, going out to the bars and all this stuff, man, it really drove my ego to a point where it's never been before. You gotta think about it, right? I got my homeboy with an expensive camera. We snapping up high quality flicks. And this is on a daily basis. So everything I'm doing is being captured. All of a sudden, my whole psyche thinks, I'm a celebrity, bro. I am an influencer. So I'm embodying that, right? I keep going. I'm pushing this, right? 1,000 likes. Few thousand likes here. Drop this video. Let's go buy some more clothes. Another photo shoot. Because at this point, man, I'm making enough money to where it is literal fun coupons to me. And that's where Colorado and Vegas come in. At this point, my ego has full control of the steering wheel, right? I book a trip to Vegas, and then from Vegas, I fly back, and then I go to Colorado, right? Now, the whole reason for these 2 trips was I was launching a new hoodie. This was Lord Season 2, the Fun Coupons edition.
I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender.
CL in the building, baby. We live in Sydney, Australia, you feel me?
Now this one I had a lot of fun making. It was some next level stuff, man. I hassled with some vendors in China. I was making all these demands. I needed here by December, so at this rate. I had them testing cloth materials, sending me samples and stuff like that, man. I was really up here negotiating like I was on this next level CEO type stuff. So my mind was really wrapped into all that and making myself feel really important. Now in Vegas, we party hard. Now take my cousin Germ. Germ is a legend. If you've seen the vlogs, Germ is a guy. Follow Germ wherever he's at. Who knows? No sleep, full party, money man Marcus is here, baby. I come back home, drop Germ off in Texas, and I link up with Kobe, and we fly to Colorado. Now, Colorado was a vibe. I'm seeing all these new things, I'm making money. Life has just become completely different in a very short amount of time, right? But as I'm going to these trips, the Vegas and Colorado trips, I've already started losing my routines. I'm becoming a little bit more risky on my trades, and I'm over trading at this point. So yeah, I'm making money, but there was some losses during that time that kind of was messing with me and made me, I guess, feel insecure about my trading to where I over leveraged more and kept going. Now at this point, it was kind of paying off, right? Over leverage, calculate the risk a little bit. It's a little wild, but we gonna go for the whole shebang. Boom, I was doing that. But then Colorado happened. Now Colorado was a blast. It was honestly one of the coolest experiences of my life, right? The whole point of us going was so Kobe can propose to his girl, and I was supposed to be the one who recorded it. But your boy went too extreme. Mr. Ego, the Lord Marcus, went down a mountain 3 times that he shouldn't have went down. Now mind you, I have never snowboarded in my life at all. No clue what I'm doing. And instead of going to the bunny slopes, I went straight for one of the biggest hills they had. Now the first time I went down fast as hell, and I did not know how to stop, so I busted my ass, right? I'm like, all right, I got this. I kind of got the hang of it. It's not that bad. I go up the ski lift, I do it again. This time, I got the hang of it. I'm getting a little cocky because I'm shoo, you know what I'm saying? I'm swinging and banging like I'm carving. I'm carving the mountain on some stuff, right? Now, it's my 3rd go around. At this point, Kobe hasn't made it down once. I'm getting cocky. I'm talking shit. I'm on the ski lift looking down at Kobe. Hey, bro, watch. I'm going to come down and get you. Man. This was the ultimate sign, brother.
Marcus got the medics looking at him, bro.
Hey, we made it out of surgery, brother.
There you go. Let's make a song.
Let's make a song. Having this shoulder injury really limited me on the physical activity side. I couldn't work out like how I used to. I couldn't do a lot of the things. I couldn't maneuver how I wanted to. My entire collarbone was shattered. I have a plate with 13 screws, and my body is trying to adapt to this foreign object in me, right? I started to really develop bad habits. I got lazy. I wasn't seeing the markets clear. Started losing money. Started really over leveraging, revenge trading, trying to make that money back that I was losing. And then all in all, man, I went on a self-sabotage spree. So from December all the way till March, I blew my entire fun coupon capital, man. time of Vegas and Colorado, I only had about 50K in trading cap. I was going out prior to that, buying everybody shots, buying everybody drinks. These random people I was hanging out with on 7th, I was buying their stuff. My cousins, people who wanted to come to my house and stuff like that, just to party, I was buying them things, you know what I'm saying? So I was blowing through the money and I had no problem with it because I always seen that I was gonna get it back. So with that 50K from December to March, I was constantly pulling out a few bands at a time to fuel my party lifestyle, to fuel all the things that I wanted to buy, all the materialistic pleasures that I wanted to have, right? That started to dwindle down my trading capital. When you start dwindling down your trading capital and you see those numbers get a little smaller, your ego feels tested. It feels offended. So what did I do? From December all the way to March, I revenge traded and blew consecutive accounts from $50,000 all the way down to where my account was at $2, man. I was blowing that account because my habits were just bad. No amount of capital in that trading fund could have fixed my habits. So the more I put in, the more I lost. Then March came. The world just ended. All my trips that I had planned for the year canceled due to no travel, social distancing. Mind you, I move out to Austin during this time. I separate myself from my family, all my friends, everything I kind of knew growing up. And I become isolated. And I become embarrassed of myself. And as I'm becoming embarrassed of myself, the habits are getting worse. I spent my entire 2020 replaying those losses and how I could have avoided it. So from March all the way till I'll say September, I replayed every single trade scenario, how I lost, and I tricked myself to go into this negative loop and showed myself constantly that I couldn't do it, that I was stoppable, that I couldn't reach these new heights, that I couldn't make this money. And it became a lot of couldn't. So from all that, man, I became a lower version of myself. I lost myself. Boom, here we are now, right? I done learned all the lessons. I made the money, I lost the money, I partied, I traveled, broke the bones, did all that stuff, right? And from all that, I realized I was just getting started. And I kind of just got caught up in one failure, just one little failure, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that bad. I should have just picked myself up and kept going, but I got stuck in my head because of the alcohol and nothing to do. The world was shut down. All I could do was think, right? So I started looking into books, man. This book right here set me off, fixed your boy's mind, all that shit. I learned my lessons from this. And let's just say that I got a whole new blueprint, a whole new game plan of how I'm about to attack things. I got new videos dropping. I will be doing trading videos, showing you guys how I trade GJ, my style, kind of what I took from Wall Street Academy and AstroFX. On top of that, I got something else coming. That's a little bit more under wraps. We'll start making those videos as progress begins on that. But big things is coming, man. The Lord Marcus is back. This is 3.0. We're coming in hot and heavy, right? But with control over the ego and making sure that, you know, we ain't putting all our eggs in one basket and we not, you know, fumbling the bag this time. But I will tell you this, nobody's gonna stop me, ever. Ever. I could fail again, bro, and I'm gonna be right fucking back. That's the whole moral of the story. I'm trying not to cuss, but I'm turned. And at this point, it is what it is, because the boy's back, I'm taking over. Your mom, your auntie, your granny, tell them all, because it's raps. See you guys on the next video.